So despite all the injuries that this Celtics team has had to go through this entire season, the Celtics still find themselves as the second best team in the Eastern Conference. But who do we give more credit to for this roster, for this success of this team? Is it Brad Stevens, the head coach, or is it Danny Ainge, the guy who put this roster together before this team even hit the court? Jacob, which one do you think it is?
I'm going to go with Brad Stevens. I think that he's gotten a lot out of his players. That's been his track. Oh, here we go. That's been his track record.
Let him finish, Nick. Let him finish. Jeez.
Come on now. It's been his track record ever since he came here. He's gotten the most out of his players from guys like Phil Pressey. Remember him? He's long gone, right?
Yeah.
But he got the most out of him. He's got a lot out of you name it. Daniel Tice before he was injured. Who thought Daniel Tice could be a nice solid role player off the bench? What was that?
Austin Ainge, who scouted him.
I mean, maybe, but at the same time, Brad Stevens, that's one of his best assets is he can get a lot out of his players. So I think, all in all, it's been Brad Stevens.
I think I got to agree with Jacob, man.
Of course.
He's getting solid. Well, maybe not call it
solid. Pick on the old man.
Would Aaron Baines be doing what he's doing on another team?
Put it this way, Nick. He's getting some production out of Nader, Abdul Nader, who arguably, I don't know if you guys are on the same page with me, but I think he's arguably one of the worst players Brad Stevens has coached since he's been with the Celtics.
Wow. Wait a minute.
Since he's been with the Celtics, I mean, he's probably top 5. But that's neither here or there. Nick, go ahead.
I mean, it could be both, right? I think it is a combination of the two. But I'm all Danny Ainge, man. Number 44. He put the roster together.
It's neck
no,
and
I'm
neck.
not talking about Scal. I know you don't remember the real number 44. But, he put the team together.
I don't think no one calls number 44, but yeah, go ahead.
I still do because I remember when he wore it. All right, so
that's
anyway,
not a nickname though. All right,
but number 44 should go up to the rafters because he has assembled these teams. He's given Brad Stevens the tools to execute, and Brad Stevens has been amazing with under great adversity. But Danny Ainge put the team together. He is the mastermind of the franchise. He is the new Red Auerbach. It's all Danny Ainge, baby.
But do you think he could have do you think he thought he was going to get what he got out of guys like Daniel Tice?
Yes.
You're sure about that?
Do you think
that's a rookie coming in at 26
where
years
would
old?
Where would we be right now without Moose? I mean, he's played a great role in the last couple.
That's
wins.
true, but I think Daniel
that's
Tice.
Danny Ainge. Does he even fit in Brad Stevens' system?
I think Ainge just signed him because he was one of the best players out there. Brad Stevens incorporated Moose into his system. It took about 2 weeks. It took
Brad
about 2
had
weeks.
to figure out how to use low post.
And he did a really good job about
Brad
that.
doesn't put anybody in the low post. And that's part of the problem with Al Horford. We'll save that for another video.
I think if you look at a player like Daniel Tice, that one has to go to Ainge because they scouted this guy for years.
Years.
They brought him over from
26
Germany.
years old.
So that probably lands on that side. But I mean,
Now
you
you
got
flip-flopping?
You got a
What's
couple
going
guys.
on?
No, listen.
Oh, he's flip-flopping
Let me
now.
finish. You got a couple of other guys though, guys who've become really comfortable in Brad Stevens' systems. Guys like
Evan Turner.
No, I wasn't going back. I'm talking about this roster. All right, talking about this roster.
We always have to throw ET in
Well,
there.
of course we do because
he's been
that's
trash
a good
ever
example,
since.
But I mean,
Because he's been terrible ever
trash
since.
before.
you could say the same thing about Avery Bradley minus the health
No,
concerns.
Avery Bradley. I mean, listen, we could argue this.
Okay,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
we could. But my point is, like, when it comes to the system, when you see guys like Che Rozier starting to find himself this year, guys like Jaylen Brown making that huge leap, that huge stride that he's made since his rookie campaign, I think you have to lean towards Brad Stevens' offense and his system, putting guys in situations to be successful.
I can't disagree with you. Brad Stevens definitely is taking the tools that Danny Ainge is giving him and applying them correctly to get the most out of them. So it's a combination of the two. There's no question.
I think we're all in agreement that it's a really good relationship that they both have with the Celtics. That's why they've been so good over the last couple.
Leave it to the young man to wrap this up.
I agree with Jacob.
No one agrees with Nick. Leave it in the comments below.